Well, back now to the campaign trail and outrage over a dark and disturbing photo of John McCain. Check this out. On the left, the cover shot from the new issue of Atlantic Monthly. On the right, a shadowy and sinister-looking shot from the very same photo session. Photographer Jill Greenberg, hired by the magazine for that cover shoot. She is admitting now that she tricked John McCain into taking the shadowy picture, saying, hey, they knew I was anti-Bush, so maybe it was irresponsible for Atlantic Monthly to hire me in the first place. The magazine's editor says we stand by our respectful cover shot. We expected Jill Greenberg to behave professionally. Obviously, she has not done that. She disgraced herself, and we are appalled by the manipulated image. Well, Atlantic Monthly editor James Bennett joins us now. James, good morning to you.
Morning.
This photographer, Jill Greenberg, obviously stepped over the line. You admit that. She says that even the cover shot that you say you stand behind was manipulated to leave John McCain's eyes red and his skin looking bad. Do you have any reservations about that?
No, I don't think. I think the cover shot is very respectful of John McCain. I think it's a good picture. People will have to judge it for themselves.
Do you have any intention of apologizing to John McCain?
Oh, yes. I'm going to write him. I'm already drafting a letter of apology. I mean, this photographer went in there under our auspices to take a cover shot for us. Again, we stand by the picture, and we produced a terrific story on John McCain. I don't know if you've had a chance to read it. That does more than anything else to explain his foreign policy views. But while she was there, she behaved in an incredibly underhanded and unprofessional way.
James, do you have any obligation to investigate or at least know a little bit about the photographers you hire? A simple Google search of this photographer would have made very clear to you her anti-GOP leanings, and they are vehement, and they were ugly long before this.
Megan, I'm not actually sure exactly what you're referring to. We don't vet our photographers for their politics. We do look at their professional track record. And this photographer had worked for everybody from Philip Morris to Time Magazine to Portfolio Magazine. She had a long record and no history of doing anything like what she's done here.
Well, back in 2004, she had an LA art exhibit ripping President Bush, in which she openly admitted to making young toddlers cry intentionally to get their faces contorted so that she could then label them 4 more years and things along those lines to make clear her anti-GOP views. Is that the kind of photographer that your magazine feels comfortable hiring?
We were hiring her for her magazine work, her corporate work, for the kind of profiles she'd done of people like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Understood, James. But my point is, don't you feel a responsibility? I mean, I just Googled her. That's how I found it. It wasn't like a
Megan,
mystery.
I've already said I feel responsible for this, and I'm going to apologize to the McCain campaign. There's no effort to duck responsibility here.
What do you do to shut down her use on her website, not just of that cover shot, but the disgusting things she has done to John McCain's image on her website, which I won't repeat here?
She's violated the terms of our agreement with her, of our contract with her, so we're taking steps. We're looking into what steps we can see to do something about that.
Are you considering a lawsuit?
We're looking into what we can do.
And would that be including legal action?
If it's available to us, yeah.
Has she been paid?
No.
Will she be?
No.
And have you had any correspondence with her after this all came out about what she had done?
I have not yet had correspondence with her. This all broke over the weekend.
Have you been in contact with the McCain campaign about it?
Not yet.
They haven't reached out to you?
No.
And so in no way do you stand by any shot other than the one on the cover of the magazine?
That's right.
Let me probe you a little bit more on that, James, because you say you feel fine about it, but she makes clear she didn't retouch it. She intentionally made his skin look bad, or at least she left it in what she says looking bad, and the eyes red. Normally a photographer retouches a cover shot, a close headshot that would appear in a magazine. So why do you feel comfortable with it?
Megan, she did retouch it. I don't exactly trust what this woman says about anything at this point. I just don't accept her characterization of this shot. And I think one of the nice things about this situation is people can look at the cover shot and make their own determination about whether or not it's fair to John McCain. I believe very strongly that it is.
Yeah, and they can look at any photograph by Jill Greenberg on the web or in any magazine or in any newspaper from this point forward and know exactly what it is they're getting. James, you're a stand-up guy for coming on. We appreciate it.